Hey, 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 it's your girl, your favorite paralegal, aka Cassandra Lynn, and welcome to Legal Doc Talk 24/7. So, today I am going over just a brief update on DJ Akademic's case. If you have been with me, I've actually did his court case overview on Z-Banger's channel, and you can find that video in the playlist for DJ Akademics. But without further ado, let's get started today. And I hope everybody is having an awesome day. So, a lot of people don't know that. DJ Academics actually has a total of 3 cases that is pending against him, or I shouldn't say pending, that are in the process, that are active. One is a dog bite case, and the other two are SA cases. And a lot of people are familiar with the SA cases because it was all over the internet. But the dog bite case, not many people are paying attention to it, I guess only because it's just a dog bite case. But the purpose of my channel is to go over court docs and dockets and legal paperwork. So here we are. So I'm going to start off with the New Jersey cases. Um, both of these cases were filed in New Jersey. It is the dog bite case with Christina Nicely, and then the SA case that was recently filed in May for Miss Abashi. I'm just going to call her Miss Abashi because I do not want to mess up her first name. So, starting off with the dog bite case, it was filed on January 24th, 2024. So, that was the beginning of this year. Let's see, pull this up in real time. Okay, so as you can see, now it looks like there's movement, but not really. It's just a matter of, and I'll kind of go over this. Hopefully, everybody can see it. All right, so as I stated before, the complaint was filed January 24th, along with the summons. And let's see, they amended the complaint on February 20th. And then, let's see, they amended the complaint again on March 18th. From there, they were trying to get him served. Let's see, service was unable to be perfected uh, for a numerous amount of reasons. So what they did is they submitted a motion for substitute service. So in the event that you cannot serve a person, physically have a process server, sheriff, or constable hand them the paperwork, then what they do is they move for alternative service. So alternative service could be pretty much of posting the a copy of the summons and the complaint on the door, or it can be citation by publication or posting where they have to publish it in a newspaper for a consecutive amount of weeks, so on and so forth. So here, let's see what they let's see what they are talking about. All right, so notice da 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 da. So normally they have to put like a certification as to sh- showing their due diligence. I think that's the best way to explain it. So they have to submit, the process server, constable, or sheriff has to submit an affidavit or declaration or certification showing that they did their due diligence and propose whatever alternate service that they are wanting to propose. So this is just simply saying that the date that it was filed, the process server attempts, And as you can see, on several occasions, they tried to serve DJ Academics at that particular address, but they were not successful. So that motion was submitted on May 3rd. And then on May 28th, the judge granted for them to, and we're going to see exactly what he allowed them to do. All right. So it says it is on this 28th day of May 2024 ordered that the plaintiff Christina Nicely be permitted to serve process upon defendant Livingston Allen DJ Academics and Tivoli Gardens LLC via posting to the gate and or door of Livingston's Allen's residence and via certified mail and regular mail at the home address. So pretty much there's two things that's going on. One, they can post a copy of all the petitions that were filed. So that means the initial petition along with the two amended petitions as well as the summons. So they can post it on the door, but they also have to send it via certified mail, and I'm assuming return tracking, which means that you get this little green card back showing that they were definitely served. So that means somebody has to sign for it. And then they also have to send it regular mail. So actually, that's three. So posting it on the door, certified mail, and regular mail. And once they have done that, then they'll obviously file their proof of service. All right. So, and so on 6/7 and 6/10, an affidavit of service was filed. So I'm just going to select all of it. Because remember, posting on the door, certified mail, regular mail. Ooh, I'm not going to go through all this. So let's see. So they are saying that a copy of all the documents was served at the premises. And so, therefore, the day after, that's when it counts. He has 35 days to actually to respond to the filed lawsuit. It says it right here. 35 days from the date you received the summons, not counting the day that you received it. So that means within 35 days, he either has to file a written answer or a motion along with a proof of the summons or the affidavit of service with the court. And they're pretty much saying that if he's not able to afford an attorney, then he would have to go ahead and reach out to legal services. And they're just trying to see exactly. Okay. So they did what they were supposed to do. They did what they were supposed to do. Trying to see if there's any other. Oh, there we go. So here's all three. Here is all three of the complaints. So the initial complaint, the first amended complaint, and the second amended complaint. So they did what they were supposed to do. They can and we know he lives there because I'm sure that this is a food order. So he's home. He's definitely home. Oh, that's a nice house. Oh, and cars are parked out front. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro, you was home. You was home. All right, so that was on 6/7, and then 6/10. Let's see, there was another affidavit of service that was submitted. Let's see. So it's just saying a true copy of the summons and complaint was was served on those defendants there. Oh, okay. And then this is the tracking information. So as I stated before, you have to make sure that you provide the tracking information when it comes from certified service. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So he can't say that he was not served on this. So he has 35 days from the set. So it actually be 6/8. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Hold up. I have a time date calculator that I have to use because when it comes to deadlines, you cannot miss those or you just jeopardize the whole case in its entirety. Oh, it's not 22, it's 24. And then 35. So that means on Saturday. So even though I don't know if they do calendar days. I know in Texas we do. So whatever the expiration date is, it's going to be that following Monday. But it shows that Saturday. So that means by Saturday, he needs to have on or before Saturday, he needs to have a written answer filed with the court or a motion along with the copy of the documents that were left on his door. Okay. All right, so that is for the dog bite case. Definitely leave in the comments if you want me to go over the dog bite case with you guys. Like I said, I briefly did it on Z Banger's channel, but I haven't done it on my channel. So, if you want to get more juicy details as to what that was about, let me know and I'll definitely do one on my channel. All right, so going back to the case listings for him, that was the dog bite. Now we're going to go to Miss Abashi's case that was filed on uh, May 13th, 2024. So this one is a assault and battery case. She did allege some gruesome details that were in her complaint. And it's just really disturbing that she has to go through this and he's just hooping and hollering on other people's cases and you know not talking about this. It's too many consistencies along with the other case that we'll look at here in a second. But uh, going on with this one, like I said, it was filed on May 13th, 2024. Blackburn is actually the attorney on this case, and he's also the attorney on the other case. Or is he? Hold on. You know what? These cases are just running together. I don't think he is. Nope. I'll take that back. He's not on this dog bite case. All right. So on this case, the defendants were Allen, Mr. Allen, DJ Akademics, John Doe's 1 through 10, Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and ABC Corporations, and just one. So, uh, previous videos, I have stated anytime they are listing ABC corporations or organizations, Jane Doe's, John Doe's, that means that they know other parties were involved. However, they don't have the name and contact information. But as the discovery continues in this case, they find out more information, and then they are always able to amend the petition. So let's see. So complaint and summons were filed and issued on May 13th. Let's see. It appears that on 6/25 an affidavit of service was submitted, and on 7, oh, that was July 3rd. So with that being said, let's see. So the sheriff did serve a copy to Mr. DJ Academics, and this was on June the 6th. June the 6th. So that means that he has 35 days from June the 7th to file an answer or a motion with a copy of the affidavit. So with that being said, going to the calculator, he has until on or before July 11th, and we got 3 more days. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on this case to see if he's going to file a response, because we all know what happens when you don't file a response. It automatically goes to default judgment. So I am going to keep an eye out on this. He was served on June the 6th. He has until July 11th to respond to this lawsuit, and this is the lawsuit for the SA. Once again, I've gone over this on Z Banga's channel, so if you have not heard it before, you can either go over there. It is in the playlist under Legal Analyst playlist, or comment and say, hey, can you go over this? And I definitely will again on my channel. So those are the two Jersey cases. Moving over to New York. So this case is Miss Sophia, and I do not want to mess up her last name, so I'm just going to call her Miss Sophia. She initially filed this lawsuit back on was that July 12th, 2022. So there is a lot that has been going on with this particular case. Now, I'm not going to go through each and every docket entry because it is time consuming, but pretty much what happened in this case, the complaint was filed. Let me see. I'm going to go back. Let me not just make stuff off. Okay. Complaint was served. Complaint was filed, I'm sorry, on July 12th. On 7/25, affidavit of service was filed. That's proof of service. Proof of service. And I'm going to click on his just to see exactly when they were served. All right, so it says on July 22nd, they were served. They were served on July 22nd. You know what? I'm gonna do some calculations because this is New York, so it could be a different date that they have to actually get their answer into the court. So here's a copy of the summons. You are hereby summoned to answer this complaint in this action and to serve a copy of your answer, or if the complaint is not served with the summons, to serve a notice of appearance on the plaintiff's attorney within 20 days after the service of the summons, exclusive of the day of service, or within 30 days after the service is complete if the summons is not personally delivered to you within the state of New York. So let's see, 20 days. 20 days. So let's see. And it showed the 22nd. All right. So if we're going to do 22nd, 23rd, 2022, and 20 days. All right. So they actually had until August the 12th, 2022. And this was filed on the 25th. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out why she did what she did. But anywho's, long story short, she ended up filing a default motion for default judgment. And she tried to do it for all three. Now, whoa. I'm just now looking at everything because hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So he was also served on the 19th. So they had until August. So the issue is, even though the affidavit shows that they were served, and I can't speak for the other two defendants because they didn't answer. DJ Akademics stated in these what you'll see like memorandums of law and things of those are motions, that he is stating that no, he was served at a particular address, he wasn't at that address and they served the wrong address. So with that being said, he did not file an answer to the lawsuit. And because he didn't file an answer to the lawsuit, that led into a default judgment, or her request for a default judgment. So that it was all the back and forth. And all these exhibits and thing, that is in his support of saying, hey, you saying that you served me, but you served the wrong address. And so it was big commotion going on back and forth and things of that nature. And then I get to she actually ended up trying to support her motion for default judgment, and the judge actually ruled on it. And here was his ruling on that. Because remember, anytime you are served, you have to answer in a specific amount of time. He did not answer, but him was that she served the wrong address. Because remind you, they filed this in New York. DJ Akademics has residence, I think 3 places of residence. But either way, service was not perfected in this manner because he didn't get it. Well, technically, that's what he's saying. So here, let's see. At the outset, the court notes that the pursuant to an order dated on September 29, 2023, this court granted the motion defendant Livingston Allen to vacate his fault in answering and appearing and permitted him to serve an answer within 30 days. So, as I stated before, he stated that he did not get a copy of the summons and the lawsuit because it was not served at the correct address. Therefore, he is asking for time to respond to that lawsuit. And so here the judge granted that the default judgment, because the judge actually granted the default judgment on the plaintiff's behalf. He granted it. And I should have showed you guys that. But he did grant it in the plaintiff's favor. And then DJ Akademic said, no, 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 no. I didn't get served. That's not fair. And so the judge vacated the default judgment and allowed him to respond to that complaint. Now, just DJ Akademics. As for the other 2, the default judgment still remains on them because they haven't responded. So the judge gave DJ Akademics the okay to respond to the lawsuit, but as for the other 2 defendants, they did not respond, and so therefore the default judgment is still active for them. So they'll know, how much that they would have to pay, so on and so forth, and I will keep you guys updated on that. All right. So the default judgment is against the other 2 defendants. DJ Akademics had the opportunity to respond to the lawsuit. With all that being said, she was not happy with that outcome. So what Miss Sophia did is that she appealed it. And that is where we are at with, which one is it? Right here, the appellate division department. So she ended up filing a notice to appeal the lower court's decision because remember, the judge vacated the order for default judgment against DJ Akademics, and she did not like that. So now she's trying to fight that. So you have to take it to the appellate court, and then the appellate court has to look at everything that was filed in the lower court and see if that judge made the right decision. That's all an appeal is. Just reviewing the documents of the lower court to see if they indeed ruled fairly, or if they didn't, then they'll take matters into their own hands. But that's all that is. So as of right now, with his cases, the Sophia case right now is with DJ Academics is in the appellate division being held for review of the lower court decision. The default judgment in the initial case against the two defendants, that is still applied. They are going to, I'm sure, update the docket to see exactly what is owed to Miss Sophia by the two other defendants that failed to respond to the lawsuit. And then go into the New Jersey cases with the dog bite case. We are just, waiting to see if he's going to respond on that one. And then for the SA case, just really trying to see. Oh, and that is one thing that I did want. I cannot believe that I forgot that. Let me go back to New Jersey. So for the New Jersey case, sorry, ah, y'all about to see me log in right quick. I wanted to state about the discovery. So it's a little bit more. Oh, it was already there. Let me see. Which case, which case, which case? Okay. So not this one, but there is some discovery that he has to answer, and I believe it is in the SA case, cuz this case is, it's, if you followed it, it's it's disturbing. Okay. So complaint with jury demand. So they are wanting a jury. Yes, this is it. So going back to the most recent SA case, they actually served him with discovery as well. And normally sometimes we do that, just depending on um the content or the context of the case, but not always. Uh oh man, this is so they gave them a list of interrogatories. So this is called discovery. So in discovery, you have interrogatories, you have requests for documents and admissions. And so he has to have all of this submitted. So for the interrogatories, he has to have that submitted by July 17th. And then he has certain um, documents to them by 17th or the 8th, well, at the latest, the 18th. So once again, I definitely have to keep you guys updated. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to see. I'm going to just close out of all of this. I'm not going to be able to see, the responses to the interrogatories or the request for productions, because that's not something that you file on the court docket. It's something that you can either electronically serve through the court system or you can email to them. So unfortunately, I won't have all of that, those juicy, details and content, but it is as to the discretion of the client as well as the affirm to say, hey, do you want to release this to the public? And you see that in so many cases, like the Casey Ventura case. What happened a couple of months later, the video with her and Diddy on it. So it's at the discretion of whatever it is that the plaintiff wants to do at the end of the day. But if they do share that content, I'm definitely going to present that to you guys. It is a sensitive case because of the allegations that were made. But if you have looked on the petition, you would have seen that there is camera footage. Now, it's a screenshot of camera footage, but I'm sure that the police department as well as the plaintiff's attorney has that content and they can make a determination as to what actually happened. But for us, we're just reading a petition, looking at the allegations and the screenshots of the video that were mentioned in the complaint. But hey, guys, tell me what you think about this. If you need any more clarification or you would like for me to go over all of these petitions, please drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, Don't forget to share. Don't forget to subscribe. Until then, be blessed. I'm out.